Alright guys, welcome back to the Coin Expert. Today I'm going to be introducing a new segment called What is it and how much is it worth? So today I am going to be talking about the war nickel. Now this one is an MS65 1944S war nickel. Very nice condition. I got this one for about $14. So today we're just going to be going over a little bit of a backstory. And so the war nickel was created in 1942 when obviously Congress was rationing a ton of different commodities to save it for the war. And so the nickel that was needed in 5-cent pieces was needed for the armor plating. And so they decided to make it out of 35% silver and the rest of it manganese and copper. So they did this up until 1945. So the last time any 5-cent piece was made out of silver was the half dime, and the last time was in 1873 with the seated Liberty half dime. So they made these silver war nickels up until 1945, and the war ended in 1945. So after 1945, they went back to the basic nickel composition. So this coin actually has been counterfeited by a man named Francis Leroy Henning. It is called the Henning nickel. The Henning nickel was counterfeited in several different years, but because these nickels were different, not only because the P had been struck on the nickel for the first time ever, it was also struck above Monticello. So the only big error known in the numismatic community is the 1943 P 3/2, which means the 3 was struck over the 2. So he struck the D and the S mint marks perfectly fine, but he ended up not striking a P mint mark on all of his war nickels. And so eventually a numismatist uncovered one of these nickels and got it authenticated, and it was graded authentic. But then more and more of these Henning nickels started coming out, and people started to get skeptical. So the government started to get on to Mr. Henning, and eventually, when they found him, the story is he went and dumped 20 to 30,000 nickels in a nearby river before they arrested him. So these nickels are really different from any other nickels. They actually have the mint marks. This one's an S mint mark right above the Monticello on the reverse. So, but yeah, these coins can be worth anything from about $1, and the highest coin that was ever sold at auction sold for over $22,000. So that's the basic wrap up for the 1942 to 45 war nickel. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please make sure to like and subscribe and click on my other videos up in the corners.